of people, especially, you know, very respected business people in town whose names are on this petition. There's two veterans, you know, successful business people who march in the 4th of July parade there every summer, whose names are on this petition. I don't know why they signed the petition to say, please don't rename this highway, you know, after Corporal McKay. Their reasons may be very different than mine. It may be the whole issue of please just let us not be reminded again. I can't speak for them because I didn't ask them. But I know that there's a large enough group of people that, as was mentioned, the town voted 93 to 73 against renaming that section of highway for a variety of reasons, and many of which are not the lawlessness that it's so attribute this to. I don't know all the people on this petition, but I don't see anyone here. I see a lot of people I do know, and I'm very surprised by how many, you know, as I said, business owners and social workers and healthcare workers and other people who really feel like it's just not a good idea. So this is not something I'm putting into the record for myself. I'm on for the person, Pam Yarish, who was the one who started the petition. I guess that in summary, I did know both people involved, and I'm one of the people who feels that had it been another officer, things would not have gone that way. I have to, given what I know about the situation and what I know from conversations with Lico back in 2003 about how absolutely terrified he was of Bruce McKay, I think that what happened was his sort of fear brain took over the whole trauma circle that, you know, in trauma circles they talk about the primitive side of your brain taking over. And I wasn't there, and, you know, the only person who was there who's still alive was Caleb McCauley. But I just think that fear makes people do things they wouldn't ordinarily do, and I think he was really afraid. I'm not excusing the fact that McKay was murdered. I think both deaths were absolutely senseless. I also think that it would be appropriate to have a memorial somewhere for all the reasons everyone else mentioned, the respect for law enforcement in general, perhaps renaming a part of the you know, the academy in Concord or something like that. But I just think that in Franconia it's too hard. I have to see that sign almost every day because it's at the base of the hill my parents live on, and I just think, golly, you know, to be reminded every day of something that made so many of us cry for weeks on end would be very, very difficult. So, and in sum, I want to just draw one small analogy, which is the idea of honoring all fallen officers in a way they've always been honored. I think there's a little bit of flaw in that logic, and again, not trying to paint a broad brush against Corporal McKay, because I'm sure in many aspects he did his job very well. But in the same way that sometimes soldiers lose perspective and do bad things to civilians, sometimes you wouldn't really put a sign in the civilian's backyard honoring them. And I think that there's something about that.